Peace, 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 everyone. Peace to the family. Welcome to another Supreme Numerics offering brought to you by Mr. Westbrook's class on YouTube. Now, before I get started, I try to go live once before, so I'm just going to go back and check and make sure I have audio because I didn't have audio the first time around. So I'm going to go over here and make sure my audio is coming through. Just give me one moment, and then we're going to get right into it. All right, there it is. We got audio. All right. So as I was saying, this is another Supreme Numerics offering, and this video is covering the March numerology forecast, March 2025 numerology forecast, along with the numerical vibration for the month of March, according to the word March and how it's broken down numerologically. So let's start with the year, recap and review the year. 2025, it's a 9 universal year. We're in the new month of March. February flew past, just like January flew past. So it's not just because February is a short month, but January flew past as well. So January, February, the beginning of the year is moving very quickly. Before you know it, we'll be done with the first quarter of 2025. And then we also know that March is one of the longest months. It's 31 days. And if you're like me, someone that works in the school system or the type of career where you get holidays and weekends off, March is one of the longest months for us since there's no days off, no holidays in the month of March. And I don't really count March 31st, which is Eid Mubarak. Let me say Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem to the people out, my Muslim brothers and sisters out there that's observing Ramadan, but that's the only day we have off in March, and that's on the very last day of March. So we have a long stretch for the month of March. Like I said, for those of you that have a schedule similar to mine, March also marks the beginning of the spring season, the spring equinox coming up in a couple of weeks. We also have daylight savings time. The time is going forward next weekend, or actually this weekend coming up. So this Saturday going into Sunday coming up, the clocks will move forward an hour. So I'm getting mentally prepared for that and adjusted for that, because I usually feel groggy every time the time changes. But the good news is that we're gradually seeing more and more hours of sunlight outside. So keep all of that in mind as we go through these themes of March and the vibration of the word March when I break the word down alphanumerically, and think about how the themes of the month and the vibrations of the month connect to the change of the seasons and the change of the time. So when we calculate the universal month, March is the third calendar month of the year. But when we add that third calendar month to 2025, that adds up to a 3 universal month. So we have a 3 universal month and the 3 calendar month. Now, I put the notes in the description of this video. I'm not going to the chart paper, and I didn't put it in the captions because I'm running late on this video, and I'm trying to be efficient as possible. So you can look at the notes in the description and just follow along verbally as I'm breaking down the numerics here. 3 universal month and the 3 calendar month. The themes for this month, we'll start with expansion and growth. So it's a month of expansion. Every time you see a number 3, it means expansion and growth. And that's expansion and growth in both your personal and your professional life and work. It's also a time of self-improvement, particularly improving your image or your reputation. It's time for you to put yourself out there in a positive light, for the public. It's a time for socializing and fun. Very lighthearted energy, the number three. Number three is a number of self-expression. So you express yourself by socializing through others, but you express yourself also creatively too, since number three is a creative and artistic number. So expressing oneself through art, through music, visual art, performing art, verbally, through writing. It's a time to express yourself and tap into your creativity. Even if you don't feel that you're a creative person or you're an artistic person, tapping into your creativity and your artistic side, even if you don't put it out to the public for public consumption, doing so can be good for your well-being and can lift your spirits. Speaking of lifting your spirits, the number three cycle is associated with happiness, optimism, and positivity. We should always be happy and optimistic, but it's especially important during a number three cycle for us to be as optimistic and to have a positive attitude and to put forth positive actions within this cycle, this 3 month. Now, on the negative side, here are the things that you want to avoid during the 3 cycles, since there's duality in all numbers. There's a positive side and there's a challenging side to the numbers. So during this 3 cycle, you want to avoid being wasteful, being superficial, being jealous, being a gossiper, and getting involved in scandals. Now, going off of that, another challenge to the number 3 brings us to the health part of this 3 cycle. Since the number 3 is connected to being ambitious, that's another positive aspect of a 3 cycle. We can become more ambitious and want to set ambitious goals to achieve this month. But on the challenging side, we have to keep everything in balance and not overdo it. By being overly ambitious, that can cause us to overwork ourselves and fall victim to stress. Now, stress doesn't only come from overwork. Stress also comes from overplay too. Again, finding that balance between work and play and rest. If we're out having too much fun, that can cause too much strain and too much stress. And if we're working too much and we're overworking ourselves, that can cause strain and stress too. So it's important to find that balance between work, play, and fun. Also, stress can come from other people. So we have to keep our minds on a high vibration, keep ourselves on a high vibration, and not allow other people to work our nerves, because that can also drive us into stress. Now, in terms of love and relationships, the number 3 is connected to a fun and flirty type of love rather than a serious type of romance. To keep that in mind. And also during the number 3 cycle, don't be surprised if you attract people that are younger than you in age. Now, in terms of the most affected groups, again, when it comes to these zodiac signs and these birthdays, as long as you're vibrating on the positive side and the positive meanings and attributes of the number 3, it'll be an even more favorable year for you. But if you're vibrating on the negative side, it'll be a challenging year for you. But the groups that are most affected during the 3 universal month would be Pisces and Sagittarius, and anyone born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of any month. Okay, so those are the themes of this 3 universal month of March. Now let's get into the vibration of the word March. And what I mean by vibration of the word, I mean when I lay out the word March, M-A-R-C-H, and I assign each letter in the word March to a numerical value using two systems of numerology, the Chaldean system of numerology and the Pythagorean system of numerology, that equates a numerical value or expression of the number. We also call that an expression when we add up the sum total of a word or a phrase. Now, starting with the Chaldean system, the word March adds up to the number 15 as a compound number, and the number 6 when we add 1 plus 5 to equal 6. Now, looking at different systems of numerology and the compound meanings of the number, and the vibration of the month is here to give us some reminders and tell us what we need to do in order to be in harmony and alignment with this month. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you through the breakdown of the word. I gave you the themes based on the calendar month and the universal year. You'll see some similarities between those two sets of numbers, the universal month as well as the numerical breakdown of the word March. Going back to the number 15 as a compound number. 15 in the Chaldean system for the word March is reminding us to express ourselves. And I just told you that was a theme for the 3 universal month as well. So that's a reiteration and a reminder for us to express ourselves, to use our creativity. 15 is a creative energy. And going to have a couple of books here. I'm reading from Numerology for Mental Stability, as well as Numbers Decoded, Cards Unfolded. And going to Numbers Decoded, Cards Unfolded, it says 15 is a lucky number for getting money, gifts, and favors from others. 15 is eloquent in speech, is gifted in music, art, and acting. Its expressive character is matched with a strong sexual nature and magnetism. 15 represents magic and mysticism on a base level of spirituality. Going to the tarot, it's the devil card. And with every mode of alchemy, the 15 will use every mode of alchemy to carry out his wishes and get what is desired. Get what is desired. Okay. So again, you hear that self-expression, you hear that artistic, and in order for you to get money, gifts, and favors from others, you need to express yourself. You need to open your mouth. You need to socialize with people to get those favors. And then when you add up that 1 and 5 with the 15, and you're using that alchemy and that magic for positive use, that will bring about your number 6, which is that, again, that magnetism, that magnetic energy to attract positive things. It'll bring about that balance in a positive way, as long as you're expressing yourself and being outgoing. Number 6 is connected to being outgoing, but doing so in a positive way. So like I mentioned, for the number 3, for this 3 universal month, the number 3 is connected to, on the negative side, gossip and scandals. So you want to make sure your thoughts, words, and actions are all positive, and any type of manifestation or magic that you're using it in a positive way. Now we see some similarities when we look at March in the Pythagorean system, which adds up to a number 25 as a compound number, and number 7 when we reduce it down to a single digit. Now going to Numerology for Mental Stability, King Simon says the number 25 is known in a system of numerology as the number of endurance. And I mentioned at the beginning of this video that March is a long month. There's a bit of energy shift in March between the seasons changing from winter to spring, the clock's going forward, humans readjusting to the time change, being a little tired, being a little groggy for a couple weeks maybe. So we need to endure the month of March. So March, spelled in the Pythagorean system, is reminding us to endure the long stretch of this month and endure the transition from winter into spring. It's one of the most dramatic parts of the transition, where we see a big jump from the time of the sunsets at the beginning of the month to the time of the sunsets by the end of March. Now, in similarity to the Chaldean meaning of March, there's a spiritual aspect. There's a spiritual aspect to both the Chaldean and the Pythagorean breakdown and meanings of the word. So if we're using magic and alchemy in the from the Chaldean perspective to get what we want, we are using the law of attraction to get what we want during the month of March, since in the Pythagorean system, March adds up to a 25 and 2 plus 5 equals 7. So it's reminding us to use the law of attraction to get what we want, and it's reminding us to use our intuition. So that's the vibration for the month of March. And I went through the themes for the month of March according to the universal 3-month energy. And I will close out with the journal and reflection questions. So I have 3 questions that you can meditate on, or if you're into journaling and the writing, which we all should get into and do. You can answer any combination of these questions. You can pick a singular question, or you can answer all 3 questions in your journal. But the 3 questions that I have for this month of March for you to reflect on and to put into action, so you can make this lesson, this breakdown of the universal month and the numerical vibration of the word practical for you. The first question is, in what ways can I grow and expand this month? In what ways can I grow and expand this month? And like I said at the beginning of the video, when I mentioned that theme of growth and expansion, growth personally, as well as professionally. In what ways can I grow personally? What ways can I grow professionally? One or the other or both. Second question to reflect on this month. How does thinking and acting positively improve my well-being? How does it benefit me to practice positive thinking and positive actions? That's the second question. And the third question is, how can I achieve a healthy balance between work, play, and rest? Emphasis on healthy balance, having everything in equality. When you look at the supreme mathematics of the nation and gods and earths, number 6 is balance, is equality. Equality, it means to be balanced. And I get that number 6 from the Chaldean breakdown of March. So balance is important during this month. And that balance is connected to the health challenges of the 3 universal month, which is stress from overwork, overplay, and allowing people to get on your nerves. And that allowing people to get on your nerves, that connects to that second question of the benefits that come with thinking and acting positively. When you're thinking positively, you don't allow people to affect your energy in a negative way. So those are the reflection questions. This has been the universal numerology forecast for March 2025, and the vibration of the word March, and what March is here to remind us and teach us during this month. If you want to know how this month is going to affect you on a more personal and intimate level, just send me a message, reach out to me, and I'll show you how to calculate your personal month forecast. So until the next video, the next weekly forecast, the next monthly forecast, the next episode of Unread Book Review with Nick and Rue, you have been watching a Supreme Numerics offering powered by Mr. Westbrook's class. Let's make it an excellent month of growth and expansion. And I'll see you the next time around. Take care. Peace.